And I was going to do these separate, but let's just do them together. Okay, so like this right here is a Master Mechanic flathead, 124529 USA. So made in the USA, at least back in the day. A staple in most toolboxes, or at least was. So right off the bat, you're gonna love that it's made right here in the United States. Or at least it used to be. I don't know if it still is. The quality of this, I mean, I've had this for decades. I mean, you can see it's pretty dirty. They will last, but they do have the ergonomic handle. It feels, it's comfortable enough. By today's standards, we have rubber handles today. These are hard plastic. I mean, they were comfortable enough for the day. They're still comfortable enough, and they do make it nice and easy to get a hold of things. On a screwdriver like this, your pliers or your wrench can attach back here to allow you to grip onto it to get extra torque. So I mean, that is what these are designed for, which is great. First time homeowner, you know, DIY, getting started out with DIY projects. Definitely worth having at least a couple of screwdrivers. Regular screwdrivers. At least a couple. Just nothing this small. Well, okay, unless you need ones that small. All right, and screwdrivers like these are not going to break the bank. I mean, these are what, like $5, $6, $3, $4, depending on the brand. Of course, the higher the brand, or the better name brand it is, likely the better material. And you pick up, I mean, this one's a no-name brand. Okay, it's just a generic screwdriver. We can compare it to the Master Mechanic, which Master Mechanic's not really a huge name, is it? I don't think it is. We can feel this. We can go like, okay, that feels okay quality. This one feels absolutely solid. I really wish I knew the name brand on this, because I mean, this one feels fantastic, and I've had this for several decades as well. It's a Phillips head bit. If you're trying to get, you know, started in some DIY projects, I mean, clearly it's a powerhouse. I mean, it's going to take you a little bit more time to put a screw in or take a screw out. Your arms, your muscles are going to be a little more sore. That's just the way it is with using hand tools. It is what it is, though. You're going to save some money at the exchange for a little more physical labor, which is fine. I did it for decades. I mean, most older people have, and you know, if you're just starting out on this kind of path, this is going to be the kind of stuff that you want to do as well. Having a few of these would be okay. I would get ones with the interchangeable bits, though. That way, this tool becomes way more. Now, for this tool specifically, though, I wouldn't. This, yes. This, no. And I'll tell you why. This long shaft, I mean, what is it, like 7-8 inches? Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So the main reason for that is if you're trying to get into a tight recessed area, that extra long shaft is going to be a lifesaver. There's so many things that I've put together over the years that having that long recessed shaft, it's a necessity. This thing has been overused and abused, because if I were to use a longer shaft like this on a interchangeable tool, well, that would be a big bump at the end where the interchangeable would slide into the interchangeable, which means it wouldn't be able to go into this real narrow recessed area. So there's many things over the years that I've dealt with that the recessed area is not much bigger than this. So this is a lifesaver. How many times I've used this on stuff that this is not the right head for, just because I didn't want to go out and buy another tool. I'm really surprised that head has held up. And then let's go more into your stubby screwdriver. Quite the contrast compared to our long guy here. Quite the contrast. Even quite the contrast compared to the regular size one, okay? So it's a stubby. This is mainly for getting into awkward angles. I mean, something that's kind of like, okay, I can't quite get this in because the angle just screwed up, so I can get this one in. Hopefully, gives you a lot of maneuverability. I mean, things, tight areas, I mean, you can get this thing moved around a lot better than you can get something like this moved around. So tight holes that are deep, yes. Tight areas to work in, this is your go-to. Definitely has its place in your toolbox. Definitely has a place in your toolbox. Definitely has a place in your toolbox. I would suggest getting at least a couple smaller flatheads. It may not be the right tool for what you need, but it should fit most of the bigger flatheads and a lot of the Phillips heads as well. So as long as it's smaller and you can get it in there, if this was a flathead and smaller, or smaller flathead, we could still get that in there and still get most of those Phillips turned. And of course, if this was a flathead on the smaller end, we could at least use this as well for most Phillips. That would be my suggestion for my thing. But these tools like this are definitely worth being in your toolbox. Hope you found this useful. If you found this useful at all, please hit the like button. If you want more tips like this, or want to watch more stuff like this, hit the subscribe button. Let's just focus on, if you found it somewhat useful, hit that like button. Let's just focus on that. That helps out tremendously.